Hi everyone. I wanted to test this program called Camtasia and work with it for other projects. So I figured I'd use this as an example of at least doing some quick in-servicing on the new calendar system. So everyone's got iCal now currently installed on either their desktops or for several folks their laptops as well. And they all can be fairly configurable. I just wanted to show certain things. So if you just take a look with me for a minute, this is the day view. What's probably closest to what most of us may have been using is the month view, and it looks like so. That's pretty straightforward. The banners, as you see them here, are all-day events, and then anything that has times on them have either information in it with a time built next to it. So that's how that works. To the right, if you wanted to use this as a to-do section, this is how you can do that. And you can do a right click and just say new to-do, and there's only specific calendars that you can do it with. So for example, I have it marked as EMT and I can't do it for the EMT program, but certainly I have my home one in which I can do sample it in and it stays there. So anyway, it's a very simple note-taking ability to keep information there. On the left is the key pieces of information that you want to have in place. So for most of you right here, you have something called home and something called work, and you can adjust those as you need to. If you also may have these little sort of broadcasting icons like that, and that means that these are published. So for example, these are my home ones, where if there's something going on at work, at home, if I type it in, like for example, here was chorus line. When I typed it in, that got sent out. So V's computer and Jacob's computer also got that information as well when we got it. So you can configure those, and I'm going to come back to that in a second. The ones that are lower down are actually the ones that are driving our calendar system here. You probably have a calendar called SFPA in parentheses Google, and this information here. Or it's your information actually was what's going to be here, I believe. Then you have delegates underneath. And a delegated calendar is something that you have full access to, and which means that if you delete something from here, it's just like the other calendar system. You will delete it off of everybody's computer. So you want to make sure that that you are careful about not doing that. Each one of these, so you see the ACLS and the AMLS have a separate. They have sort of a subcategory. And this is the actual category that's being used. So for example, ACLS Other. Let's see if we can find one. ACLS, like ACLS R, if you come over here to the 17th, if you click on that, you'll notice that this gets highlighted. And so that tells you that it's belonging to that particular calendar. This is how we are able to keep different calendars for the different colors for the different calendars, is to have them separate. So if you scroll down, you should see the same list as I'm seeing here all the way through. Heartsaver got Heartsaver and First Aid, and PALS got broken into two categories: 2-day and other, for things like San Jose, San Jose Recert or PALS Recerts and so forth. PHTLS 2-day, we may end up doing PHTLS refreshers or workshops and so forth and contracts. So all of that is very similar or identical to what we had in terms of categories in the past. So that's what you see here. So if you end up doing, for example, a staff note, and you want to add in something for staff to know. So let's pick the 28th, for example. You click on the date, you select the calendar in which you want to do it in, and then you can do a couple different things. You can either do a Apple N here. You click back to the date and do Apple N, and it will pop up this little event window. So this is let's say this is Camtasia demo test item, and I want to put a time to it. So let's say it's some sort of a meeting for 2 o'clock. And if I wanted to, I could say this is going to be in the 402 conference room. Conference. You can block out that time in case everybody's going to be there, or you can continue to show it as being free. You can have an alert if you wish to do that, so everybody will end up getting that alert unless you have it turned off as a personal preference. And then you can also add invitees. So if I was to say add myself, and I can add anybody else that's to attend this meeting. Let's say that I'm schizophrenic and I want to add my other self. Just start typing in the name, and you can add in the second person. However many people that you want to add, then you can go ahead and send. What we'll do is in the background send an email out to that person, and we'll see that in a second. So here it is on the 28th. It's spinning, meaning that it's broadcasting that up. At some point your computers will pick this up as well. I'm going to leave this sitting here so you can take a look for it later on if you wish. Okay, so that's how it basically works overall. If we go over to the email system, let me just switch over to that for a second. Looks like I've got some email that just came in, probably something that's here. Can't quite sure. One of the things I wanted to point out about email was that the SFPA, your email box now, it looks like this. For some of you on your entourage, you are still seeing things like the old email boxes when it was a POP account or Post Office Protocol account. That will no longer get any email. And in fact, you'll probably see any email in there. The last one is December 21st. The other ones are all coming into a new email box with a Gmail appended to it. It is a little confusing right now in terms of trying to figure out how this all works. We're still trying to fathom it. But you'll see duplicate emails, what appears to be duplicate emails sitting in different mailboxes. You don't have to worry about them. If you don't like the number, just go ahead and click through them every once in a while to clear out the numbers. But basically, most things that show up here, if you hadn't checked it on your phone or another email, which show up here, it seems that if you're checking your email from your phone or from another computer, when it comes into your work computer, if it's been read, it's going to come down here. So I've seen it show up down here without a bullet on it. So you may go, oh, where's that email that I saw on my phone? And it's not here. And so if you don't see it here, go down and try to find it down here. It has a very strong spam folder set of rules, and so part of, I think we've had a dramatic decrease in the number of emails we're receiving, and I think part of it is because they're really doing a good job filtering through a bunch of emails that, a bunch of spam that was getting through EXO's filters. So I think that that's all pretty reasonable. Okay, so that's how this works. You can go ahead and continue to, move emails into different mail folders if you have those on your computer. If you delete, recognize that they may be deleted, or more than likely they're actually kept on the server, and you have 7 gigabytes of space, so it's a lot of space for email. You do get a notification if you start to go deep into that size, in which you'll have to empty it out, because once it gets full, you'll stop getting emails, and it will stay in that state until you delete whatever is clogging it up. Okay, so that's the deal. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.